Hello, hello, my lovelies. Hello, Valentine. Welcome in to another impromptu sculpting stream. Because, as I keep saying, if I'm gonna work on this, might as well do it on stream. Might as well. Well, welcome in. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It hasn't obviously been that many days since I last saw you. Hello, Ali. Welcome in. I did sculpt a couple things off stream, but they they weren't necessarily things that I was planning on doing. Oh, hello. Thank you for the first time chat. Let me take a second to think about how to pronounce your name. Estralda? Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. What I'm working on at the moment, is I'm making some dolls at the moment for the first time. I have sculpted before, but I've not ever tried to make like a doll that is like posable and whatnot, so I've been working on small pots on stream. We're still in the early sculpting phase, and then we can move on to fabric and painting. Well, welcome in. I hope everyone's weekend has been good. Thank you so much for the follow, for becoming one of my children of the night. If you feel comfortable, feel free to share what name you'd like to go by, if Estralda is okay, any preferred pronouns, and I'm always intrigued how people find me, because it's always like, some people just find the streams through Twitch and some people find me through YouTube, and then it's like, oh boy, aren't people who find me through Twitch in for a little bit of a surprise. But thank you so much for the first time chat and popping in. I hope you enjoy your stay, and there's absolutely no pressure to continue to chat if you prefer to lurk in streams. Hello Emma, welcome back in. There's not really anything I have to talk about like update wise, because obviously last time I saw you guys was Saturday, so I don't really think anything's happened. I have, since the last time I was sculpting on stream, which was what, Wednesday, I did make a couple things. They are like for the dolls, but they're not like parts of the dolls, like those of you in my Discord already saw. Oh, you joined my Patreon, thank you so much, that's very sweet of you. Which then, so if you do want to, and you aren't already in the Discord, you'll need to connect your Discord account to Patreon, because it won't just automatically know if you have a Discord account. But no pressure, there's plenty of people who are in the Patreon who don't want to join the Discord. So let me switch scenes. Okay, and it's gonna do that again. Anyway. hello. So back from Patreon Discord. Okay, so you know what's up. I'm always just intrigued, like when people follow me through Twitch, I'm like, oh, they have no idea about the audios, do they? Which is totally fine. Like, you can follow me on Twitch and not give a shit about my voice acting stuff and what I do on YouTube. I absolutely have no problems with it at all. I'm just always like, it must take people who find me just via Twitch and then find out about the audios. I'm like, I hope they don't get weirded out. I hope it's not too much of a shock. So I made a couple of extra things. The Army of Tiny Hands has not gone in the oven yet, because what I'm gonna do is just make as much as I possibly can, so I only have to bake everything once. I don't like using the oven too much for clay, you know? I mean, that's what you have to do with this stuff, but what I would rather do is, try and put as much as I can in one go, so I don't have to constantly use the oven over and over and over again. These happened, because, as you guys know, I really like the video game Smile For Me, hence why I played it. And if you guys missed that playthrough, the VODs are all up on my VOD YouTube channel. So Habit in the game also has a little hand puppet form, affectionately called Pabbit for Puppet Habit, and because I'm making, so 2 of these dolls are of me, 2 of these dolls are of Julia, my partner, and then 1 of them is going to be of Wally from Welcome Home. And the reason why I'm making 2 of me and 2 of Julia is so that I can have a pair and she can have a pair. And she really likes Puppet Habit, and I was like, and she really wants to actually have a puppet habit, but I can't make puppets. And no one is offering commissions of them, so I was like, you know what I can do though, is I can make her a tiny one out of clay, and it's big enough to be like a human finger puppet rather than a hand puppet, but basically for the dolls I'm making, the dolls will be able to use them as hand puppets. So I made 2 because I realized I also want one. They haven't been baked yet, so I'm having to be careful to not completely smush them. They're just little guys. This webcam is not, and has never been the best. And it doesn't help that the window's right there, but... It's a little guy. They look a little bit creepy without the, like, the pupils on their eyes yet. Hopefully once they're painted, they don't look as creepy. I'm just gonna lay them back down. Everything's just kind of lined up on here at the moment. But what I at least want to do is try and get every bit sculpted that I need to for the dolls. And then everything can just go in the oven all at once, hopefully. For those who haven't seen before, let me grab a body. This is the current state, and these have already been baked. This is the current state of them. There's 5 of these in total. The heads haven't been glued on yet. I just stuck them on there for now. Which, for some of them, are doing okay, but some of them are a bit more loose, so I will need to put some super glue on some of the others. Yeah. So, actually, no, I need to keep this. What I need to do now is make some toes. Well, not toes. Shoes. I'm not sculpting them feet and then having them have shoes to wear. They're just getting big, chunky. They're just getting shoe feet, like a Bratz doll, essentially. So that's what we're gonna work on today. And then once the hands and feet have been baked is when I'll actually then work out how much I need to snip these down by, and whatnot. So let me put this over here, maybe. Oh, you can still see it if it's over there. Okay. If anyone knew, I'm using Fimo polymer clay. I can't open it, I've taped it too much. This was a massive white slab. I have another one of these. It's already been mostly used up. Oh, I did tape this up well. There we go. Okay. There's not a lot of it left. I'll have to get the second slab out today, I think. This is all that's left so far. I am gonna do the shoes solid. So 3 of the dolls will just have little shoes, but obviously this one, because it's of my VTube model, is gonna have like knee-high boots. So it's gonna be a lot more clay for this guy than for the others. Gonna be interesting to try and sculpt these. And also, I was gonna sculpt them and then put them on. It does take forever to get soft. Obviously, what I was doing with the feet as well is I was gonna magnet them on, but then I am thinking like the same with the hands. And like, if they could come on and off without being so loose that they'd fall off, that wouldn't be the worst. Because I mean, like, this head isn't currently glued on, and it isn't magneted on. No, I'll need to do the magnets. I think it's too risky to do anything else. Yeah, because I want to make the dolls, like, dressable. If that's a word. So we have a lot of magnets. And they go inside. What? The hands. Where'd my knife go? So I can get it back out. So the hands come on and off. And they can get shirts, just like how you would like take a Monster High doll's hand off. So I was gonna do that with the yeah. Obviously the only shame is because this is having knee-high boots. Obviously I will then have to cut the legs off a lot sooner than the others. But he'll look stranger without the boots on. He'll only ever have the option of knee-high boots, but so be it. They just won't get shoe options. It's fine. Because I don't think I could risk. If I hollowed it out enough to put the magnet right at the bottom of the boot, so that the leg wouldn't have to be cut so short and it could go all the way in, I feel like the boot would be, the hole would be too loose and it would just fall off, I think. So, I'm trying to think how much I might need of this. Especially because, like, where is the knee on this? Like, up here. Where's the bigger cutting tool? There we go. I'm gonna cut it in half and then we'll see. How long it takes. The fact that it's warm today might help it soften up a bit faster. What is my mouse mat? Why do you... Why are you asking? Or why do you ask? Why do you ask? I don't see anything suspicious about this at all. I think that's totally normal. To have a Machine Herald Victor titty mouse mat. Full credit to Yaki Chow on Twitter. They're the artist who made those. Hey, it's the least sus one of the collection, I think. Some other people I know got the one that's of Victor laying down with his butt in the air. So, or the shirtless Jace titty mouse mat. You know, he's fully clothed. It's a wrist support, you know? It's for health and safety reasons. Okay. So, I don't know if this is going to be enough clay. I'm gonna try to start making a tube. I'm not exactly sure what thickness I want this yet. Obviously, if it starts to get too thin before it's the height that I want, then that's gonna be a problem. Get the bumps of my fingers out of it. trying to think. It should come like just below the knee. So we're saying the knee's there, then I think that would be just below the knee. Get a little bit taller. Oh. But I think it is too thick. Good morning, Julia. Welcome, welcome in. We're making shoes. Yeah, I think it's better. But I think it is maybe too chunky. I don't know. I think that's too... I don't think I could try and figure out. So what I want to do... I could try and sculpt it into the shape and then we'll see if I think it's too chunky. I mean... Because what I wanted it is like thinner towards the top. It's way hard to do. I should show, for those who haven't seen, hang on, let me... This is what these here in the middle. This one on the end here, this very last one, is what we're making. Oh, have a good dinner. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy all your work. Okay. So that's the shape we're aiming for. So it's kind of like flat at the back, but then kind of slopes up at the front. And then obviously once I keep sending this out and it starts to get too tall, I'll cut it down. Starting to kind of get there. Stands up. It's good. I might just like slice the top off a little bit. Let me give Julia a shout out. If you're not already following Julia, please do. We're trying to get it to 100. Well, her goal is 150 followers by the end of the year. We're already less than 10 away. But if you like art and or Sims, I think that's a good shape.
Why is that one so loud?
Valentine, thank you so much.
Oh, that was epic.
But I'm always in Julia's streams. Sometimes we gotta actively also collab more. But yeah, and if you like when I do magma streams on my channel, Julia also does magma streams on her channel as well, which I'm always drawing in. I'd say I'll make the other one and then I'll snip the tops off and then I'll make the holes for the magnets inside. That's what we'll do, and then I'll add the decoration. So I'm just gonna make the same shape again. Which is easier said than done. It's so frustrating to try to warm this stuff up. wait, normally we have like, normally I pull this little curve bow and sit in here. You guys can see. I think actually what we'll do. It's a little friend for today. Okay, now I'm just gonna try and make the same thing again. It's Elmo! I was telling Julia about this, I was like, baby, do you understand why this Elmo is so important to me? Like, I'm just gonna give you guys a little internet history. There's an old meme that was like, I was looking it up on Know Your Meme, apparently it was on like Tumblr in like 2011? Which is before I was on Tumblr, so I didn't see it on Tumblr, but it was called Disney World. And it started out as like people would, I think that the first one is like someone took a picture, like a screenshot of Aladdin, in the kind of, you know, the in-between frames in animation where the faces are all stretched and weird looking, and captioned it with Disney World, like the whole kind of derp era of the internet and memes, right? And then people would take that with us. I think that, to be honest, the most famous one is a kind of weird frame of Gaston that's captioned with Disney World. But there was also a different image that was my favorite meme as a little kid. It was maybe one of the first ever memes I ever saw. And it had the Disney World caption, but over not a picture of like the between frames of an animation. No, no, no. I will show you. Let me get it up. This used to be my profile picture on anything I had when I was like 11. This is Disney World, straight from like 2011. And I loved it. I just thought, I love that little Elmo. I love that little guy. And I wanted him. And it took many a year until I eventually found someone had sourced Disney World Elmo. He's a gachapon prize toy from Japan. And I was like, oh great, I'll never get him. And then I was on eBay when I was at uni looking for like anime figures and stuff to get for my sibling for Christmas and birthdays, and I came across like there's a bunch of these shops in eBay that are based in Japan that are just like used figure stores essentially, like secondhand figures, and these stores like list so many figures every single day on eBay, and like starting bid 99 cents, you know? You can get good deals on them. I've got a number of anime figures from those places. I don't care for secondhand. The frustrating thing is a few of the shops don't label any, that they don't bother to try and research or find out what the figures are, so every single figure they upload is just called Unknown Figure 001, Unknown Figure 002, Unknown Figure 003, and you just have to look yourself at the pictures and think, do I recognize them? So one of those stores that didn't try to label what they were uploading and just said Unknown Figure uploaded a picture of this little guy, and I was like, oh my god. It's not the exact same Elmo, because he doesn't have the hoodie, but it is made by the same brand, so he looks exactly the same. He just isn't the version that had the hoodie. I was like, I don't care who else bids on this little guy. He is going to be mine. I will pay $1,000 for him. And I mean, no one else bid on him, because they obviously didn't know how much he was worth. Priceless is what he is. Where's Elmo? So he is mine. My own Disney World Elmo. That's his story. Go to eBay for Duffy and Friends. Oh, I bet. And get yourself a little gelatoni. I want a gelatoni someday. He's just a little guy. Okay, start thinning the top of it out. Like Kermit? I have one Kermit. I always wanted a Kermit. See, I've been talking to Julia about this so much lately that, like, I never watched The Muppet Show growing up. I saw a couple of the Muppet movies when I was a kid, but The Muppet Show just never aired anywhere when I was a kid. You know, early 2000s British TV, preview British TV did not have The Muppet Show on, nor Sesame Street, so I didn't get to grow up with the Muppets on Sesame Street. I would just occasionally get to see, like, a Muppets movie, and by occasionally I mean, like, maybe twice or once. And it was probably the Muppets Christmas Carol. But I don't remember it because I was so young. But I know I loved Kermit. And I always wanted to be able to watch the Muppet Show, and I couldn't because it didn't air anywhere. And neither did Sesame Street. What did air here was Elmo's World. That was my only exposure to any kind of Muppets, was Elmo's World. And I think as a kid, I didn't appreciate Elmo's World enough. I think I found it a little bit annoying. I just don't think I cared about the segments where it was like, look, it's real children. I'm like, no, I want to see more of the puppet, actually. And I didn't... Maybe as a kid, like... I don't know if I found Elmo's voice a little bit, like, too high-pitched and too much for me as a kid. But, yeah, Julia says we can watch Muppets, so I'm happy. But, so a few years ago, like, sometimes... So we used to have, I used to sometimes get to go to a place that had a Disney store. Which, like, there's no Disney stores, like... There's a few Disney stores in the UK. I think there's less now. There's definitely one in London, though, like, and I remember seeing a, I'd see Muppets things, and I'd be like, and they'd have, like, occasionally they'd have plushies of Kermit, and I'd be like, do I? And then I'd be like, oh, but money, and then, oh, but, and I never got one, and I was always sad that I never got one, and then... Oh, that's a lot wider at the bottom. One time I was in there, and they had a different Kermit plushie. I was like, oh, he's the cutest, I want him so bad. But I can't remember if I was with friends, and so I was embarrassed about wanting to buy him, or if... I don't know if I was with someone who was like, you don't want that, or if I just, like... chickened out of it myself, but I instantly regretted it, and then like a week later, and then the next time I went, they didn't have them in stock anymore in the store. I was like, no, but then I managed to find one online. I immediately went online. I was like, oh, they still have him on stock online. Oh, thank God, because it's not just any Kermit. It's baby Kermit. His little frog. It's okay. It's baby Kermit. I'm trying not to touch him with my fingertips so he doesn't get like clay residue on him. But there he is. He's an interesting texture as well. He's not like a regular kind of plush material. He reminds me a little bit of like the Care Bears I had as a kid. I say as if I don't still have them. But, like, probably a lot softer than Bedtime Bear is now. Yeah. Jump, Kermit! Oh. He landed on Moomin Troll, it's fine. Oh. Yeah, I guess almost so, Ali, yeah. Elmo Rocco is one of the greatest TV. I fucking love Elmo Rocco clips. I love Elmo clips, honestly, like... Or like people who make some of my favorite like sounds on TikTok are like people voicing Elmo. There's one that I sent Julia of someone with like a little Elmo plush, and I can't do Elmo voice. But it's basically like, Elmo just wants to stay in bed, but Elmo gotta make money. Shit. I'm like, I don't know why it kills me so much. It's still bigger, I think. Oh, like one of my favorite vines, to throw back to Vine for a second, is like these guys driving in a car and one of them has like a Kermit plushie or puppet out and they're making him sing along to the radio, and I can't think what song it is because it's been so long since I've seen that Vine. But I'm like, that's my favorite one. Yeah, I can't think what song it is. It's frustrating me. Surely I don't mind. That's right. That's actually the best Vine. I'm sorry, road work ahead. Hello, Lauren. Welcome in. Hello. We missed you. We doing some... I don't know if you've been to a sculpting stream before, but that's what we doing. I try to make some dolls. And in the middle, I got distracted and I made Habit from Smile for Me instead. And there's two, because one of them's for Julia. But we're making some feet, some shoes at the moment. And they seem about the same. But I'm gonna snip the tops off. Which is gonna bother me, because it's gonna squish them a little bit, but... it's fine, we can... well, it was a clean cut on one of them, but not the other. Eh. Oh, look away. Aww. Two very blocky feet now. Oh, I hope we have a good lunch. We're gonna try to get the magnets in without disturbing things too much. Obviously pushing it in is gonna make everything splurge, so unless I try and cut a hole, but I think that's gonna be a nightmare. I've sculpted a little in my life, but not loads. So a lot of this is very new to me. But I've always loved dolls. I mean, as a kid I had like Bratz and Barbie and Winx Club, and then as a teen I got into BJDs and pull-ups, and I still have all of my pull-ups. Ah. Okay. But I used to be like very much in the doll collecting community, and then it got, the YouTube kind of BJD community got really fucking toxic, so I was like, oh no. Like, people getting mad at each other for the way they'd chosen to customize, because those who aren't familiar with BJDs, with blow jointed dolls, you buy them and they come like wigless, eyeless, no makeup or blushing on the doll, no clothes, unless you pay a shit ton extra, like just to get like the blank base doll. On a lot of these companies is like 500 to 800 bucks, and then if you want all of the extra stuff, like the wig and the eyes and stuff like that, then it's like twice that, 3 times that. But that's what most people do. They buy the blank doll, they buy a wig, or they make a wig, they buy some things, they paint the face up, you know. And some people got real petty and real mean about how other people would paint their own property, you know. Okay, I'm trying my best to like push this in and be like and not completely actually like compress. Oh, you found the song. Not completely squash the hole, but let's go in. Oh wow, it barely went in. Maybe I should cut it instead, now that there's a mark there. Because obviously pushing it isn't working. No, but now I don't know how to get. How am I gonna get it? I'm gonna get it out. I do have the actual clay sculpting little cutters, but they're way too big to try and go in here. Oh, some came out. A little messy, but doesn't matter. You can reform. You can rebuild. Oh yeah, I mean people repaint and do customs on regular fashion dolls as well. It's just like BJD's like that's the thing that you do with them. Most people do not buy the full set of the clothes and stuff with them because that would be thousands and thousands of dollars. The point is kind of to buy them blank. Whereas like people who customize like Monster High and Ever After High and all of that, you know, you're buying a doll that already is made up and then you're stripping the paint off and pulling the hair out and replacing it with new. So like, you know, I've been looking at people collecting dolls and collecting dolls to an extent myself as well for a very long time. Even though I stopped buying polyps about 10 years ago now. Just because the money that, like, I used to have this one shop that I got them from that was based in the US because you cannot buy, there's no shops in Europe that sell them. They are Japanese dolls, but there's loads of places in America. You can buy them in person in some places in America. But, not in Europe. Not in the UK. So, I bought them from this one shop in America, and it wasn't too bad. Like, yes, it was still expensive to ship from America, but it wasn't too bad back, like, 10 years ago. But now there's all these extra, like, custom fees and stuff. And also the price of the dolls have gone up. I think the cheapest polyp I ever got was maybe around... I mean, on average, normally I would probably pay about £65 for one. And now it's more like I'd have to pay, like, over 100. Which I'm like, oh, that's too much. There's a really cute, like, Care Bears collab they had, and a small... And I had no idea that they had done a collab with my favourite band, Booktick. And they made a doll of Atsushi Sakurai, the lead singer. And I didn't know until, like, 2 years late or like a year late, and you can't find him anywhere to buy. And if I did, he would probably be like twice the price that he was when he came out. And he's in like his 2020 Abracadabra tour outfit. He's so pretty. I'm so mad that I didn't know. I never thought they'd do a collab with Booktick. It's so mean that I wasn't told. But if I were to buy from that shop now, one, that shop doesn't stock every doll that comes out, it only stocks a few, but it would just be far too expensive in terms of customs fees and extra, like, input fees that the UK has to pay now. Like, if you're in the UK, we have to pay extra fees when we buy from outside, that were introduced, like, a couple of years ago. And it just makes things so expensive. It's where, like, I can't buy off, like, anyone's Etsy shop who's in America, because, like, for me to get, like, an item that is $10 once then shipping, import taxes and then custom fees are all added on. Instead of costing me $10, it's gonna cost me more like 40, 50. So I can't buy stuff from, and that's not just from America either. It's anywhere now, but it's worse with America. So. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to open the second the second block of clay, because this is all I have now of the first block. But people still do like customize and repaint like Monster High dolls. Like there's plenty of YouTube channels. There's some people now who I've seen who are like 3D printing their own like BJDs essentially. But yeah, that's all that's left of the first block, so let me go get the second block. Headphones got stuck. Oh! Apologies. I was not aware that my chair was that close to the tripod. I'm gonna have to cut this bad boy open. How did I cut open the last one? Did I just snip across the top? Yeah. There's no actual, like, pull here tab or anything. There we go. Okay. What I should do before I start doing the decoration, I need to make another 2 of these. I forgot, because I'm making 2 of each character. Shit. I should have... If I'd have remembered that, I wouldn't have rolled this one until I'd cut 2 more pieces of clay to make sure I was cutting pieces that were the same size. Well... I only cut 2, but I don't think the piece I had was... Like, that doesn't seem like... If I only cut 2, that doesn't seem like it could possibly become that. Does it? Oh, okay, we'll try with 2. Oh, bye Valentine! Have a good rest of your day. I just want to get so aggressive with it when it takes ages to warm up. I'm still so mad at myself. I thought I'd got all the features on before I baked them. I forgot the ears, which means I'm gonna have to bake the ears separately and then super glue them on and hope that the glue sticks. You know, rather than having them baked to them like the eyes and the eyebrows are. Oh, I think 2 was plenty enough actually. Okay. Almost dropped it. Right. Oh, when I gave Julia a shout earlier, I should have mentioned something else. If you're not already following Julia on TikTok, you should be. She's posting comics over there. She just started posting a new comic on TikTok. So, if you're not following her on TikTok, what are you doing? Do I know what Julia's TikTok username is off the top of my head? No. But... perhaps it is Julia_Seamoon, all one word. It's Julia. You can't read that at all. I'll write it in chat. Like that. You could be getting some top tier content. You could see Sunny. Look at him. You could see cows. Julia sells cows, guys. Ali's gonna see the cows. Which you can buy as stickers on an Etsy shop and on a Redbubble shop. The Redbubble's got a few more options, but Julia gets more money if you buy them through Etsy. She's also got like bracelets and shit on Etsy. And like Twilight stickers and stuff. You should definitely give her all of your money so that she can come and see me. And then I would be happy and like guilt tripping. I'm like, if you give her money, it means I'll be. Nah. Only if you want to, of course. Oh, it looks like it's gone a bit in the bag. Looks okay. Looks okay. So I just need to take the magnet out of one of these other ones. Ah, I'm like working my own shadow, I can't see. Oh, I'm glad you think it's comfy, Laura. That's what I want. I might not have like funny, chaotic vibes like Cry, but I hope at least it can be like cozy comfort. Go in. Okay. Okay, it's got squashed a little bit, but that's fine. We can fix that. We can rebuild. There we go. And then the final. Oh, I got a little bit thin towards the end when I sliced it. Kind of meant to go straight down and it didn't. There we go. It's like nothing happened. Oh, alright. Thank you. I should link to the music, shouldn't I? It's so the original music is from the video game series Toho. This is a fan-made jazz like rearrangement album. Because I know I've talked about it before that like Toho fans are crazy and insane and will make so many fan albums, amazing fan albums, where they either take songs from the video game and put lyrics to them, or they take songs from the video game and they make like a jazz arrangement, or a piano arrangement, or orchestral arrangements, heavy metal arrangements. Oh, that's a horrible link. Making pancakes well. Okay. There's the playlist link. Listening to a lot of Disney jazz recently. Ooh. There's a few different ones of these Toho jazz albums. This is just one in particular. I think this album is based off all the music from Imperishable Night, which is my favourite. No, it is. I always want to say that Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil is my favourite Toho game. That's probably just like the first one that I found and got into, and the characters from that are like vampires. And that's the one that I was really more aware of as a kid, but after like taking the time to listen to each of them, Scarlet Devil's like very nostalgic, but Imperishable Night is really pretty in terms of the music. So I'm like, I can't pick. I used to have a whole Imperishable Night soundtrack, and then when I moved, I don't know what happened to it. Oh, because I had it on my laptop that I had with me at uni, and then when I came back home and I tried to transfer all of my music onto my PC, just some of them wouldn't. The Toho albums were some of those. I don't think every Toho album that I had. For some reason it just wouldn't. But I love like the opening titles for Toho. Every Toho game opening titles uses the exact same like melody, but they're all just rearrangements of the same melody. In different like key signatures and time signatures and different rhythms and stuff. It is like I love seeing all those different songs that Zun can get out of one melody. It's so obvious like how Toby Fox was inspired by Zun, the composer and programmer creator of the Toho games. Oh no, this one's shorter. Okay. It's still shorter. Okay. Let's trying to stretch it a little. Okay, better. I think together those two come out a little bit taller overall. We have Prince Feet. Now we gotta make Julia Feet. You saw Puss in Boots yesterday? Yes, Ali! Wolf Puss in Boots! How you feel about the wolf, Ali? Or are you on board? Julia feet next. Actually, what? No, I need to do details on these. Well, I guess I'll do the details after because I've already rolled this piece of clay. You got bread, a bagel. Well, dinner for me is gonna be in maybe 45 minutes. Dad always cooks on a Monday. Okay, well I just had to be sure, Ali. Then I can send more art by Ultimate Lurker on Twitter. Every day I open Twitter, I'm like, and they've drawn the wolf in another like outfit dress, and I'm like, oh my god. Why does he look good in everything? I don't know why I don't have tweet notifications on for them. Probably because I'd maybe get spammed a bit too much. Oops. They don't post like full-on not safe for work on their Twitter. It's like spicy on their Twitter, and then they're full-on not safe for work on their AO3, which they have linked in their bio. I'm just gonna go find some art from them and share it in my Discord in celebration of Ali seeing the movie. I haven't seen that drawing before. Well, I guess I should share that one. I'm not flustered. Apologies, Ali, for the ping. Do you have the most quote the cricket? Yeah. You're an irredeemable person! Which, yeah. Yeah, he is. Poor Jiminy, he really tried his best. But some people just you can't redeem them. Some people just aren't worth it. I'm just feeding my friends. Nothing else going off here. But if you look in that artist's bio, they have a link to an AO3 page. That AO3 page, that AO3 fic. It's not a fic. Every chapter's just a different piece of fan art. Because you can post art to AO3 as well. And to be honest, that's probably one of the safest places to post not safe for work fan art. Like, it's never gonna get taken down off AO3 for being not safe for work, you know? It's just obviously not people's go-to place to find fan art. Okay, now. Julia's shoes are just like normal little boots. Nowhere near as tall as mine. If you do see it, Lauren, do let us know. Will Elmo! Hello, Prost! It's Will Elmo! It's my little best bud. It's Will Elmo. It's Will Elmo. Oh. cupping him so I don't touch him with my fingers. Because I was what I was saying, what you missed me saying earlier, is my history with Whittle Elmo, which is that there's an old meme called Disney World, which is a picture of Elmo, this Elmo, in a little, like, mouse-eared hoodie, at Disney World with the title Disney World over it, and I'd loved that little meme since I was a kid, and I always wanted Disney World Elmo, and I thought I'd never get him, and then on eBay randomly I found someone selling him when I was looking for anime figures, because it was like an anime figure store. I was like, oh, he doesn't have the hoodie, but it's the exact brand of Elmo, because it's a gachapon toy from Japan, like you would win in like a little arcade. So it's not the exact one, but it's the same. It's the same figure. Lauren remembers Disney World. It was one of my favorite images of all time, with him like in the corner, like all happy at the and then the castle behind. Maybe I could make him a little hoodie, and then he can be the true Disney World Elmo. But I randomly found him on eBay, and I've never been so happy to randomly find something. I can't look at my death figure to say. I forgot that you hadn't seen, you 3D printed those before you'd seen the movie? I never thought, I just assumed like when you shared like the 3D printing, I'm like, that you like must have seen it. Okay, I just looked at the most recent chapter of the AO3 That's the whole problem for me. But you know, I can't see. I have a water bottle in front of my monitor that's like holding back the cable for my webcam. Just leave that there. Oh, Ellie. Give me that, give me little toes. Maybe it should be a bit taller. Went to Disney World last year. Oh no! Can't wear that shit in front of the kids. Not at Disney World. Okay, I think that looks more like a little like ankle boot height rather than like shoe height. I need to make sure it's taller than Wally's shoes, otherwise, in comparison, it's gonna look strange. We'll chop off the top. To make the magnet hole. Ah, go in the hole, magnet. There we go. That's one Julia foot. accidentally cried because I couldn't find an art piece I'd worked on. It was in the cloud. That's why I couldn't. Oh gosh, Frost. I'm glad you found it. I'm gonna try and do the same thing again. Yeah. There you go, little magnet. And you go. Just get in. Two little Julia feet. I shouldn't put that in my mouth, Matt. It's fine. I think once all the feet are made, there's not. Oh, there are other bits that I need to sculpt. Just like tiny things, so like my little crown and Julia's hat. Because I don't think I'll be able to make the hat. So there's a few little things, like I'll still have to make the ears, any little pieces of jewellery. Though it might be better to leave the jewellery until after I've made the clothes, so I don't accidentally make them in the wrong scale. Maybe I shouldn't make the hat until I've made the hair, so I can be sure it's definitely... because the hair might add more volume and then the hat might not be big enough. To be honest, what I probably should have done with the hat for Julia is put a magnet inside the head and then a magnet in the hat. But these have already been baked, so it was a bit late for that idea. That would have been a good idea to have earlier on in the process. Because there's a worry of like, what if it doesn't stay on the head? Peeps! They're your little peeps. Your peeps. Your little kickers. Your grass grippers. Oh my goodness. Dirt kick. Oh, here we go. Julia has this thing of like naming different names for like feet or hands. And grass grippers, your dirt kickers. Concrete slappers? No, that one's horrible. It came with a sound effect that I didn't like. I just thought of like the sound of someone kind of running bare feet on concrete and I'm like, no. Your tippy toe. Why you be so cute, huh? And for what? Oh no, I feel like I want to regret. It was a rhetorical question! Oh no. Why am I cute, you ask? Simple. To bring pain and misery. Oh. Well, that's not a very nice reason to be cute. You could put your cuteness, you could use it for forces of good and not forces of evil. Tippy top off. That's a lie. Julia can sing. She lie. She lie. Well, I enjoy Julia singing. I feel like I've got a good system with these little feet now. No, you don't have cat screeching singing. No, you don't. I feel like I could have been a little bit more in the center. Listen here, young lady. You have a lovely voice. And if you say that you don't, you're wrong. You know, but that's okay, we're all wrong sometimes. For Julia feet. Now we gotta make Wally feet. See, Juliet and Lauren would know. Lauren's a qualified singer. An expert, if you will. Where's the pictures I drew of Wally's shoes? Wally's needs to be even shorter because they're not boots, they're just shoes. Unlike ankle boots, knee highs. Look at your old booties. Your little feet. These things. For work, I feel accomplished in my taxes the day before the. Oh, well, you know, the important thing is that you got them in on time. I'm curious to hear what you think of. Guess our French opera put on two campaigns. I'm sure they do. To be honest, I might only need one of these. Oh, I think I rolled a 2. Hang on. Actually, I was like, oh, Julie's like bigger at the bottom than mine are, but then I'm like, then again, that is true for real life. I have really tiny feet. So it's fine. Which just means to make Wally's even shorter than Julia's. Do you think it's actually going to be a little bit hard to do? Because these are already quite short. Like there, I think. Oh, it didn't go all the way through. Oopsie. There we go. There we go, that's quiet. Shorter. And then I'll add all the details on once these two are done. Singers of, the opera singers who have really big voices. It's not actually pretty sounding. I think like Carlotta type from Phantom of the Opera, and then the opera singers who have such a natural, beautiful tone and quality and control over their voice, especially their dynamics, their vibrato, their straight tones, etc. It's just super satisfying to hear an entire cast of lead singers with genuinely beautiful, stunning voices. Aww. Probably not. A lot of this is just like trust the process, because sometimes I look at pieces and I'm like, I just gotta trust the process. I just gotta hope. Try and make sure one's not shorter than the other. whole. Okay. That's all the feet. Now I'm gonna add the detail. So we'll start back with 9. Some of them I've got to decide. For some of the stuff on it, like, so Wally has like little Oxfords. That are like white and blue, so I got to decide for the blue, am I just going to paint it, or am I going to kind of score like a tiny line maybe on them with the knife? So that looks like it's almost like a dent at the front. I don't like that. I know they're not all going to be perfectly looking the same. It's like for the boots, am I going to... I could either score lines on, or I could make a whole tiny sheet of clay to wrap around. Which feels maybe silly to do. If I could carve a strip out of the front, something like that. What I'm gonna do for laces, I'm just gonna use embroidery thread. Like, take some of this and like glue it on so it looks like there are actual, you know, cut them into little strips so I can crisscross them. So it looks like there is shoelaces. I at least want to score out where like the sole of the shoe is. Try and keep it even all the way around. Okay, and once it's done with the knife, I could always go in with something a little bit thicker. Because mine are platforms, so they got a chunkier sole near the shoes. And then it's if I'm gonna just score lines, I might just do that. So this is a scary bit. Because I couldn't make them simple, I had to have this little wing shape. I wish normally get handled them all, these are going to start to kind of close up. To be honest, I'm like, would it be easier if I drew it on like with a pencil? But hopefully the lead will also like cut into it, you know? I think that's what we're gonna do. To be honest, doing that with my mechanical pencil is kind of looking nicer than the actual tools. A lot of the time sculpting is like making sculpting tools out of any random stuff. I know a lot of people who use like dentist tools to sculpt with, and that they work better than like actual like sculpting tools that you can buy. Right. So it's like, I'm so nervous doing this. It's like, Sorry if you can hear that there is a child screaming outside. I have my window open because it's warm today. Maybe what I'll actually do first is mark out where the... Okay. Okay. It's like, you took all that time to sculpt it. Let's not ruin them now. Put together this kind of bat wing. Oh, that works so much better than the wooden sculpting tool. Okay, that's one side done. I know you guys can't see too well. I can't make them exactly even because I can't see the other side while I'm drawing over here. I keep forgetting, like, how far I can lean over without, like, my face obscuring what I'm doing. Can't see too good. The light doesn't help. I'm just gonna do that again. Another 3 times. I hope they all look the same. Just do it with a knife first, in case they get it wrong. Try and close the line exactly. Okay. Oh, I gotta try and make it look the same. in there. Maybe. Oh no, we want, of course. Of course. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. We start working on some culture stuff next month. I need to start working on mine as well. My next con is July. I'm excited for you, Ali. I need to get to work on mine. I have half decided, I'm not sure, that I'm gonna go as, I think I'm gonna try and do 2 cosplays for the first time. Normally I just do the same cosplay both days because I didn't have the room in my suitcase, but I have a new and improved, bigger, better suitcase now, so I have until July. Are you gonna be a Transformer? I wish I was going to TFCon. Mine's in July. I'm gonna go as Beastwort one day, so which is like an AU from Over the Garden Wall. It's like a what if Wirt accepted the Beast Steel, like basically what if Wirt was like, I'll become your new lantern bearer in exchange for Greg, and what if he never worked out that it's the Beast Soul in the lantern and Wirt just ended up staying in the unknown, and oh my goodness, Nix!
A miserable little pile of secrets.
Hello, hello, hello. Just call me Jay. Thank you for coming in with the raid. Ah, I was not prepared. Welcome, raiders. Welcome in, Nix. That's so sweet of you to raid. Hello, hello. We have the hand cam on today. Rental, thank you for the first time chat and for coming in with the raid. Where's my thing? Welcome, welcome, raiders. You can call me Prince. I'm a neurodivergent trans vampire. You're welcome to become one of my children of the night. Howdy, Nix. I'm an 18+ content creator, voice actor, and illustrator, as well as a VTuber and variety streamer. I post bi-weekly audio roleplays as various characters on my YouTube and bonus content on my Patreon. All my socials are listed on my card if you type !socials in chat. I also have an Etsy shop where I sell original art and fan art under the name Empty Masks. I don't have a set schedule anymore. I am working on making dolls for the first time, so we're doing handcam sculpting streams, just kind of whenever I feel like it, whenever I've got the spare time. We already have bodies, and we have teeny tiny hands, and I got sidetracked and made Dr. Habit's puppet from Smile For Me. But today we've been making feet, and I'm currently in the process of like carving the details into the shoes. Welcome, welcome in. Nix, if you or anyone who came in with the raid has to go, if you have to eat, you have to sleep, whatever, it's absolutely okay. It's totally okay to raid and run. Post-stream self-care is very important, but if any of you guys want to stay, want to lurk, you are more than welcome to. Let me get you a shout out.
So, what do you mean by me saving you?
Gotta go, absolutely no problems at all. Thank you so much for the raid. Have a good rest of your
I want you to
day.
teach me how to be a hardcore hooligan.
I don't think we have enough time for this, kiddo.
Teach you to be a Yankee?
Shit. Do you hear that fucking
Yeah.
swagger?
Yakuza.
Hey.
Gold chain around his neck.
I was about to say fucking...
Kira-chan. Yes. You see,
At
for
the
today's
point
event, we also
of-
have to do a live panel, a meet and greet.
Okay. I am... After going through sculpting tools, turns out the mechanical pencil is the best thing to use. So... I've got to try and make all of them look the same as well, which is the nerve-wracking thing. Ah! I slipped. Good lovelies, getting ready for opera dress rehearsal, but I'm so happy to just stream Prince. Have a good rest of your day, Lauren. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll be going for another... Oh, we'll see. I didn't realise how close to dinner time it was. I got quite absorbed in what I was doing. So maybe like 20 minutes? Could be 5 minutes. I have no idea. Might continue to carve these off stream. Because I'll just be doing the same thing over and over and over. I think Julie's is the only one I'm actually going to stick a little bit to because she has these little flaps on the sides of her boots. So that we'll have a little bit of clay stuck to it, but other than that, they're all just going to be... It's just going to be carving now before they go in the oven. Make sure that when I hold them, as I as I carve, that I don't squish them and squeeze them too much. And make them accidentally go out of shape. Hello, cheesecake. Welcome in. I'm currently carving little details into tiny, tiny shoes. And the first two. You cannot see that really what I've carved at all. But believe me, there's stuff there now, where there wasn't stuff before. What I want to do is carve the sole of the shoe in. It is, wow, it was like, I was freezing and trying to get to bed earlier in the week, and now I'm already like, I'm gonna die. My room is the coldest in the winter and the warmest in the summer, and I am getting just, so it's because when the sunlight hits my room, one, I have 2 outside walls, and then a window. Like a massive window. So when the sun gets to its hottest, you know, in the late afternoon, it's shining directly onto my room. So it gets like a greenhouse in here in the summer. Often I have to retreat downstairs. I have like fans on all the time in order to cope up here. My window is open. It's giving me some relief. But yeah, as we get into summer, it will be like maybe less frequent streams if it's too hot to stay up here, as it was last year. But we'll see. Okay. Down there maybe. Might have been a little low down, but it's too late now. Because the have you Cheesecake, have you not been in a hand can stream before, or have you just not? Have you not been on to a sculpting stream before, or have you just never noticed him? him up for you. A little bit dusty. Yes. It is indeed. Can have a little squeeze. Just for you, cheesecake. But yes, it is a machine-held moving mousepad. Hi, Angel. What a moment for you to peek in at. It's wrist support. It's you know, for medical reasons. Like needing Victor in my life. That's a medical condition. I've put wrist support in quotation marks, Ali. They are for wrist support. Just like someone I know who bought the Victor booty mouse mat. I've been looking for Lenny to see. Aww. Another one done. Oh god. Don't stick together, I swear to god. Who's the front again? Okay. It's a real Elmo, yeah! Everyone loves little Elmo. I'm happy everyone loves little Elmo, because he's such a little, like, comfort for me. I'm glad people also love little Elmo. He normally sits, like, right here under my monitor with my little Dolan. Yay! I've had Dolan for a long time. His name is Dolan, like the Goofy Please meme. His name's Dolan. I've had him a long time. And I brought him with me the first time I ever had to stay away from home overnight. So like I'd never been on a sleepover as a kid because they terrified me. I didn't like not being in my own room and not being in my own bed. So the first time I stayed overnight somewhere, like that wasn't the same, like we went on holiday as a kid, but that's different because you're still like in the same place as your parents, you know? So the first time that I actually, like, was sleeping somewhere... Shall I move the head pads? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. So the first time that I, like, actually was staying somewhere overnight without my parents, I was... 17. On a, trip with college to London, and we were staying over in London one night, and it was scary. Like, I don't think that's something, like, at the time I'm like, I can't say that because I'm gonna get made fun of, but I'm like, no, I think it is, like, when it's the first time, like, So I wanted comfort, but like, I couldn't bring like a whole stuffed toy with me. One, I didn't want anyone else to notice, like any of the kids in my class. And also, that would have taken up a lot of room in my bag. So I just brought little Dolan in my little backpack, and he stayed with me. And now he comes with me a lot when I go and I stay other places. He came with me to my last Comic-Con. I brought Dolan and baby Julia, and they came around in my bag all day. Maybe next time Elmo will come. Because they're like travel sized. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved the headbands back. Do you want me to put them back on Elmo? There we go. It kind of a little bit on his eyeballs, but what can you do? Because, like, I would bring a whole ass Build-A-Bear to Comic-Con, but, you know, that would take up, like, half the suitcase. So... Oh, well, thank you, Cheesecake. Ah, oh god, don't get stuck together, I swear to god. Maybe a little bit higher up than it is in the other boot, but you know what? It can't be undone. So I just have to be fine with it. I have to have my Build-A-Bear. He's the only thing big. I know, because that's the thing. Taking like a little guy, you can't really snuggle them. They're not snuggle size. But I only had like a teeny tiny suitcase. And it's like, oh, either I bring my cosplay, or I bring the Build-A-Bear Cinnamoroll, you know? And sadly, I kind of needed the cosplay. Okay. That's all of my boots done. Now onto Julia's shoes. Wow, Julie sent me an update of what she's working on. It's all coloured in. I can't show you. It's a secret. But if you want to see it, you'll have to follow her on TikTok at Julia_CMoon. Like, kind of like her Twitch name, but as if the underscore between C and Moon wasn't there. Do you have smaller little soles than mine? Because your boots aren't platforms like mine. Okay. Your shoes. And I know your boots have little chains on them, but what I'm thinking is I'm gonna actually try and buy an actual tiny gold chain. Rather than sculpt something, I'm gonna actually try and get a real little piece of metal. Because I just think, like, I like the idea of, like, mixed media with dolls. So I'd rather, like, you know, have the mix of the clay and then fabric and then actual metal. So I'm hoping I can get a tiny gold chain to actually glue on. So that, and then I need to make the little flappy flaps. Yeah, so I'm not going to sculpt the chain, because I'm going to hope that I can get one. Let me roll this out so I have like a nice little thin piece. Oh, it's stuck. Do that again. stick, I gotta keep peeling it off. Oh, it's stuck regardless. Just want like a little triangle. I think it needs to be smaller. I think that's okay. Got a skedaddle for the day? Bye, Ollie. Just like the little, you can't really see. A little flap. A kind of little bit that's like upturned. It's quite a bit smaller. Okay, not that long at the bottom. Stop, just stop getting stuck. I guess. Okay. I just want to cut you without you getting stuck everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do the opposite. Sorry, my head's getting in front of the camera. One pair of shoes. I think maybe I can smell that food is cooking. Normally dinner's not any later than 7. I'm just like, I want to get all the shoes done before I end stream. Like, that would be nice. You know? I might change up the method, well, not method, but I might do all the souls on all of them, the ones that I have left first. Also, I need to take the magnets out, because we cannot leave those in when they go in the oven. It will come out, there we go. Just go on the other stack so that they're all even, please, the little magnet. There we go. Okay. As thin as we can possibly go for while it's still like visibly like got a soul. Okay. Oh no, oh no, I slipped real bad. I just looked really bad. Oh no. It's hard to get a grip on this one. Try and go it from the other side. Okay. So then we make the other little triangles for Julie's shoes. Hi, Juju. He's getting all the attention today. I'm very happy. We got teeny tiny feet, the shoes technically, and we have Jesus Christ. Teeny tiny hands. I'm gonna let everyone like someone makes me really happy. Let me. Oh, that's not right. That's also not right. Let me. Here's Juju. And shout out. I'm happy. The head pat's good at Elmo now. Not exactly the right shape. I just brought him out because I'm like, he's just a little comfort guy for me. And then everyone's really liked him, which makes me happy. Oh god, don't be stuck. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh god. No, C is fine. Start with. There we go. Okay. Leaves on the sides. Okay. One. And two. Okay. 2 shoes left. I don't really know how I'm gonna carve them from the front. I only drew what they'd look like from the side. Shoes. Shit. Ah. Kinda like that. Okay. So easy to slip. Hello, Judy. I know I saw you earlier in Cry stream, but I hope your day's been going well since then. Okay, cool. I was just do the same thing on the other side. I'm making, so 2 are of my VTuber model, 2 of them are of Julia's VTuber model, and then 1 of them is Wally Darling from Welcome Home. And then I also have 2 tiny habits from Smile For Me because I got sidetracked in the middle and started making something. Just didn't get much done, but a day like this is okay to be less productive. Yes, it is. We don't have to be productive every day. Oh god. Okay. I have to go for it. Ow. I've not sculpted in a long time. And I've never made dolls before, so this is... It's just... trying new things. Fang Titan, hello, welcome in. Okay, and then how do you do the one on the front? I guess like that. Yeah, that works. Did you find a playlist to listen to? Oh. You don't find like a good Sun Moon related one? Okay, that's 1. That's just the final shoe. And then they can all go in the oven. Get so much clay stuck to my pencil, but it's honestly the best thing I have to carve with. It works better than any of the tools I have. I can't hold that like that. Just prop it up and it's... there we go. Okay. I gotta hydrate in? I don't know. I'll do it now. Oh. There. I didn't hear the sound alert go off for it. Maybe I just have my volume a bit lower? I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard it. Or if there's something wrong with my sounds. Jesus Christ. Now we're just gonna do the little toes. Yeah, that's me as well. If I find an album or a playlist or something that I really like, I do just tend to listen to the same thing over and over again until then I get bored of it and then I have to find a new thing. Oh. Tea's ready. Dinner's ready. And just as we finished carving the final shoe. We did all the shoes! I have to go wash my hands now. Let's see who we can raid very quickly, because if I dilly-dally I'm gonna get in trouble. Nest Waste Time, thank you so much for the follow and becoming one of my children of the night. We are about to raid out because my dinner is ready and I'll have to go eat it. But let's go raid Riz, because Riz is currently having her 150 follower celebration. And Riz will understand. I prefer like when I have to raid one, raiding someone that I know more. So let's set that up quickly. Thank you so much for stopping by though. I will be streaming more this week. Making sure I spelled Riz's name right, because I really don't have the I gotta rush downstairs. I give Riz a shout out instead of the raid. That's fine, Riz can have a shout out. Riz can have a shout out too. Okay. Let's move Elmo.
Oh, hello, where am I? Is there... Oh my
Riz is
God.
currently celebrating 150 followers. It would mean a lot if you guys would come over and like congratulate her with me. Very quickly gonna put the raid messages. Thank you guys for showing up. I've really gotta go quickly, otherwise I'm gonna get shouted at. If you are not subscribed to me, you can copy and paste the first message that Streamlimits just posted in Riz's chat. And if you are subscribed to me, you can copy and paste the second one that has my little emote in it into Riz's chat. I'll try and tell Riz that I'm having to leave for dinner. If I can't, please someone tell her for me and wish them a very happy 150 follower celebration. Okay guys, I'll see you in a few.